Oh, is that all it takes? Just one quick roost?
So, once you hear the rooster noise, then you go like,
Tits.
20 G's, up 20 G's today, fellas. Top of the morning to y'all. Exactly. Like, in and out, 15 minutes. I watched a video on YouTube about that. Like, there's this kid who's like, no, I trade Forex and I have a trade, make like $100,000 a month. And he's like a documentary about him, like a mini documentary. You follow him around, see what his daily routine is. He's like wakes up at 5 a.m. It's like I'm making a green smoothie. Then he opens up his computer, sits on the couch, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna start looking for some trades here. And he gets in like a massively over leveraged fucking trade.
Does he win?
And then yeah, he's like, it's like up and down, swing and down. Well, actually, it was a video. Contrast. He got millions of views. It was like the day in the life of a worker versus the day in the life of a day trader. And it was following two separate people. One guy in New York, the other guy in Arizona. And it was like the guy in New York was like, doing DoorDash just to make $150 for 9 hours of work, He actually made $80 that day. He worked all day long, made like $90 on Uber Eats. And then it was like this other kid, this younger kid, like the guy was like 35 with kids, and the younger kid is just like single, fucking no kids, living in a nice house. And he's like, all right, fellas, I just made $1. He's like, at the end of the day, they're like, how much money did you make today? He's like, about 20,000.
20G sounds nice. Doesn't that sound nice?
I paid 20 grand versus the DoorDash driver who made me like $80.
$80.
Yeah, and then he worked way less hours, had a much better life, had a Lambo and everything.
Bro, I don't think this shit's about to break through that level, unfortunately. Oh, but it did cross right there. Yeah, it still hasn't tapped the agua. Okay. Ever send my thinking. But it could just go to that, which is right where it was already. That sucks. Oh, and it didn't break a new low. Maybe. See how we're looking on the 15. Oh, why you do that to daddy? Why you do that to daddy? Just come all the way back down.
What are you trading today now?
Bro, I trade the same pair every day. Why you ask such a silly question?
We gotta create like a personality, bro. We're gonna have a lot of value in the live streaming. You know what I mean?
What up, everybody? Good morning. It's your boy Ace Ventura, Mr. Hardwood, coming in hot. You know what it is. We already on the charts. Naz, yesterday took us less than 10 minutes to make 2K, so let's see what we're looking like today. Market's still moving a little slow. Potential double top here, moving towards the downside, because it was up all last night, if y'all didn't see that.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, bro. Like, what are we trading today, bro? You know what it is. It's the NAS, bro. The NQ1.
Yeah, I should have took my profit out earlier. Damn, I really should have, because it did not break any new lows. Oh, and it tapped the yellow line on the 1 hour. What was I thinking? Damn.
Bro, I want to treat this like a job, John. I want to like wake up, like fucking have a studio, some studio area.
Oh no, please.
Press, do a live stream.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it have been nice if I would have closed out when I was like $300 in profit instead of being minus 45? That would have been nice too.
I'm confused. How did you let that happen?
Because I thought it was gonna break to the downside, but it hit this level right here at 83 and pushed right off of it. Yeah. Especially because it got the double top right there, which kind of meant it was a safer bet. But there's no safe bets in the market. Damn, I should have put my stop in profit too. That was another thing I should have done. How you coming, Naz? Nasty Naz, how you coming? Oh shoot. This shit was dropping like me in my chair. What account am I on? Take Profit Pro? No. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, did you get access to the Chicago? Were you able to test it out?
No, I couldn't figure out where to find it on TradingView.
It's no bueno. No bueno. So you're on TradingView right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're on a chart, you know how you can click the indicators tab to go add something? Go ahead and click on indicators, and then you're going to see a new spot that says invite only scripts on the left hand side.
Left hand side? Oh, like under my name?
Yeah, so once you hit indicators, it says invite only at the bottom.
Wait, where are the indicators?
Yeah, like if you were to go ahead and add, if you were gonna add any indicator like Bollinger Bands or ATR or whatever, it's in that area. Like if you were gonna go and add the DeLorean helper, it's gonna be in that same area.
Yeah, but where? Add indicator / strategy. And then.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Nice.
On Discord.
Oh. We gotta upgrade my Discord. Or upgrade my freaking TradingView.
Upgrade your trading view. Oh, yeah. You have to have the premium to be able to add more than 2 indicators at a time.
Oh, well, fuck. Let me just take off this other one that I don't ever use anymore. Jeez.
Exactly. Bada bing, bada boom, cha-ching. Look at this. Oh, wow. Insane. I'm gonna join the,
See, bro? I called that shit, bro. It said the drip trade say and sell, and that's what I'm in for. Is a damn sell.
Show me your screen on, Discord.
Bro, go to YouTube. I guess I can pop Discord open. Bro, that was the freaking craziest straight up shift. Literally nothing but straight buys, bro, for freaking hours.
I got 5 on it.
No, it says it
I
crashed.
want to see what you see, Habibi.
No, you don't.
Habibi.
I don't think you do, Mr. Morning Joe. Alright, this guy wants to see my screen. Alright, we'll let him see my screen.
Okay. There we go. Latest position. What do we got going on here?
Oh, what? I deleted this one. Oh, why it's still there. Ah, cyber attack! Ah, it's a cyber attack!
Yeah, it's probably good to have just the Chicago and remove or hide the DeLorean.
Damn, bro, as soon as I freaking put that shit on. Oh, damn.
You're on the 1 hour?
Yeah, I don't like that though. Let me go back to the. Oh, fuck, it's all saying up.
Okay. Interesting 5-minute. So, what is that, 1 minute? Yeah. Did you change any settings?
No?
Why the hell does yours look different?
Oh no, I hit my stop loss. That sucks.
Oh. Okay. 5-minute. It should work on the 1 second too. Do you have access to like the 30-second time frame?
Bro, I'm not a crackhead.
That's literally the times that you're trading now. You're trading like a 30-second like play.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that shit fucking definitely shot me out.
So like, okay, so see how real quick on the 1 second, right? Or you can change it to the 1 minute or 3 minute or 5 minute. But you see how it just produced a green candle now? It's like that's indicating a shift in the trend. But before it generated, did you see the blue candle?
The blue candle? Yeah. The one like over here.
Well, first off, for the 5 minutes, still in its uptrend. Like you would not want to be selling at all in this uptrend. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you go back to like the 1 minute, you can tell that it was starting to shift. See how it was red candles and you see that blue candle?
Yeah, that's the shit. That's your shift.
That's a shift zone. Yeah, if you see blue, that means it's just like in the middle between shifting its actual trend from the green to the red.
Damn, that would have been key.
It looks a little bit cleaner than just looking at a bunch of noise, right? For retail, like amateur traders, it's so much easier looking at a chart like this than it does if you turn it off, you know? Where you just see red and green candles right next to each other. It's a lot cleaner.
30 pips in 3 minutes, and all I had to do was get out. Fuck me.
Okay, another thing, I'll share my screen. You can adjust the settings too, because that's just the default settings. I'll show you how to adjust the settings to work on lower time frames. Because the settings that it's on right now like works on higher time frames, and it's more optimized for forex currencies rather than the NAS. But you can play around with it. I'll share my screen. I'll show you how to use the algo real quick. Unless you want to just trade real quick.
So my question is, how would you know when to enter on this then?
So I'll show you right now. I'm still kind of building the strategy. It's not 100% yet, and this is where you can come in and help me out too, with just using it over time to improve the algorithm or improve the entry exit strategy. But I'll share my screen and show you real quick how do I do that. Share your screen.
Yeah, but we freaking missed that. Jesus. Yeah, if I could probably go and click on your live.
You got multiple monitors or just one?
I got 2.
Nice. Okay. You can see mine?
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Okay, perfect. So this one is a little bit different. Like if you go into the settings, I'll show you a quick rundown of how Trivago works real quick. Um, you have the enhanced megatrend, the setting. This setting allows you to see the blue candles, the trend shift zones. See how it adds now blue now everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like a visual thing. That's all it does visually. You can see the blue trend. If you turn it off, you just see red and green candles to make it even more simpler for retail traders, you know? And then you can adjust the sensitivity. If the default is 40, I increase it to 80 because on a lower time frame, you'd want to increase these numbers. You can enable alerts. You can have it set up alerts. So every time it generates one of these little flags, you can have TradingView send you an alert through text message, mobile app notification, email, or even a web hook. This is what it enables it. Then you have the filter here. So if you can show and hide the time frame slider, which is this little bar at the bottom, see how it's disappeared now?
Yeah.
The time frame slider, instead of having to switch, you know how we always switch to higher time frame to see, oh, is it an uptrend or downtrend on the higher time frame? Well, I just coded it in here. It just tells you right here, like on a higher time frame, of 30-minute time frame, it's in an uptrend with the green dots, and here it's in a downtrend. You know.
Mm.
Sometimes you can apply that logic. Well, like how you did it. You did a sell on the 1 minute, while on the 5 minute it was in an uptrend. You could have saved yourself just by enabling the time frame slider here, and then just say, hey, I'm only taking buys in an uptrend. You know.
Yeah.
And then you can even, if you enable it here, the filter, then it'll actually filter out the signals itself. So it's only going to show you the signals if it's aligned with the higher time frame now. So that's why there's less signals here. It's only one actual signal. You know, here, even though the trend has been shifting here this whole time, like, for example, if you disable it here, it gives you more signals ultimately. And then you can adjust whether it uses a multiple of your current time frame's chart. Okay, 6 times 5 is 30. You know, or you can use a fixed time frame on a higher time frame, like only show me the trend on the 4-hour chart, for example. The next major filter is the ADX. The ADX was designed to filter out all the choppiness. Like for example, here is a choppy area, right? For scalping, like what you and I do, right? This could still be tradable. But for most people, this is like considered choppy area, and it wouldn't be necessarily good. So the ADX, if you enable it, will filter out not all of it, but like a lot of it. Right? So if I was to do the ADX here, maybe even increase it to 25, because it's a shorter time frame, it's a 5 minute. You see that some of the signals now just start disappearing, right?
Yeah. Did you switch the time frames on it?
Yeah, so the ADX is like the volume thing. The
Right.
ADX is
Like
retail trader, this looks crazy to me. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Like, red and green, red and green. I don't know what the fucking trend is. Is it an uptrend, downtrend? This looks like it's an uptrend. You know, oh, we're in a downtrend here, but now we're up. What's going on? I mean, you can draw lines and everything. You might call that a resistance as a retail, like a beginner retail trader. You might call this support. You have absolutely no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? This is not accurate, but like when you turn on the Trivago, you clearly see the trend now. It cuts out the noise. Another additional feature to cut out noise on top of identifying the clear trend up and down, and when I should be looking for buys and when I should be looking for sells in these areas, is you can also repaint the colors on the chart. So I already have a chart theme built in here. The default one's a motion, but the biggest one we can rep is neutral. Have neutral colors. So boom, repaint the colors on the chart to show less emotive colors. So now you see blue and purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't get your emotions as high. Not a lot. Flux algo doesn't even do this. But like a lot of people do this. We can even add like a grayscale theme in here where it's gray. But it just makes it very easy.
Yeah. Or even purple.
But yeah, they have the different color themes. You can adjust all the colors individually here. Display setting. The rest of this is all display settings, really. So that's pretty much the main settings over there that you would have to adjust. There's like this crazy storm that just passed this stuff. Okay. So I'm going to show you now. That's kind of like the technicals of the indicator. Like if I switch to the 1 hour, on the power scale, it gets a little bit better, less choppiness. See, the choppiness is a little bit more spread out on the 1 hour. There's still choppiness, but it's spread out, right? It's a little bit smoother just because it's a higher time frame. It's a little bit more optimized. Like for example, like it produces a sell signal here, and price would never come back in the red. See, if you were to sell right, like if you created a bot to automatically trade every time, then you would see that like if you were to open up a trade right there, it would never go into the red, and it catches a big ass trend. That's the biggest thing any trader should look for day trading before the trend starts or right after it's starting. Like for example, you can get in here, which is fine. Or if you're smart enough, like using manual analysis, you might get in like right up here or whatever. But it's still around a good area. It's a discount area. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing here. Well, actually, not necessarily here. Is it produces the candle signals here.
Well, the truth is, I just need to stop trading until I see an actual move. I have not seen a real move yet.
Same thing here. If you were to still hear it, it moves down. You still hear it. Trends. It's really, Trivago really is good at catching the trends. It's really during the choppiness, the choppy areas.
So.
Now here's the strategy I've been noticing. Okay, So here's what I've been noticing. Let me reset it back to default. So with the Trivago, it actually kind of works very well too on the currencies. Like if you switch it to a currency, or USD, it's a little bit better. Today's kind of shitty though. Today is like really weird, bro.
Yeah, the news just pumped it up all night, and then now it's just at like the top consolidation. Let's check the higher time frames. Let's see what we got going on there.
But yeah, let me show you real quick too, like what I've noticed with the Trivago, and this is something that you can implement or trade around or trade with. Is that after it produces a signal, and a lot of times, like as I was texting, like 60-70% of the times, it will retrace at least one time, like 70% of the time, maybe 80, and it will sometimes retrace back to its initial discount area 2 times as well. And if it's kind of think of it like a two-touch roll. If it's hitting the support or resistance 2 times, then it's a better signal to buy or sell around that area. Same thing with this, because it's oscillating. For example, like look at this buy signal, right? So here we go. We have this. We have. Let's just start right here. Like if you were to, it's 6 a.m., bro, right?
What the fuck did that happen?
You wouldn't really want to take these trades because first off, you're sleeping in the middle of the night and it's a lower liquidity period, right? This is after hours in the house. Now, as you wake up in the morning, which is around here, you see drip algo around 6 a.m. and produces a sell signal on the NABs on the 5-minute, right? Now, you can get in right here if you want, but you're going to experience a little bit more drawdown, like 70% of the time, immediate drawdown. Because what happens is after it produces a sell signal, it's just telling a bunch of the algorithms that, hey, it's a sell zone, but then there's counter algorithms trading the opposite direction. That's why it always goes up, like 70% of the time after it produces a signal. You'll notice this now. After it produces a signal, it'll actually retrace back to its original like high of that candle, or a little bit even higher, like in this case. It comes back up, but it like never breaks it, bro. If it ever breaks it, then it's a range. Most of the time, it's actually in a range, or it's a very heavy trend, like in this case, or choppiness right here. I'll show you examples, but like you notice that like it hits it once, and the strategy that we can maybe teach people, or you can start using, is you can get in here if you want, but you're going to experience more drawdowns, or to reduce drawdowns and risk, you can wait to get in right here. So once it produces a signal, you can wait for it to come back up, which it does 70% of the time, and then you can do your sell right here. Like short position, you can put a short position here, and say the level's here, say your TP's here, right? You can get it here, or you can get it here, and then you can have a tighter stop loss because you have a better price, you know? Because what happens is it doesn't usually go outside of the band width. The width of this band right here, it usually stays within it. So it comes up to hit that band, and then you can literally put a short in here. Now, you ride out this trend. Now, say you're still trading, you see that now the blue candles are starting to be produced. So you can, it's literally telling you that, hey, this trend might be exhausted. And instead of it just coming back down and crashing further, it actually might switch because we have multiple blue candles in a row. And when you start getting green candles, then you can tell, like, okay, maybe we're shifting the trend, and then drip algo detects, oh, we've officially switched trends right here. Now, and it produces a buy signal. Now, you can get in right here. There's another, so now we're going long. You can get in here if you want, but remember, you're going to experience 2 drawdowns. See these 2 drawdowns?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, hey, you can get in here, like this is a 1-to-1 trade. You can do this, but you're going to experience drawdown, and that's going to get your emotions going. If you were to code an automated robot, it most likely we would code it to get in right here and then measure the effectiveness of the algorithm based on this entry. But as a manual trader, you can wait for the first drop. You can wait for the first pullback. Remember, 70% of the time it'll pull back. So like, watch. Here's the first pullback, pulls back, but it's still within the band zone. See, it's still within its band zone. It hasn't really, even though it's pulling down, not an official downtrend. Like look. If you were getting in here, and here's what happens. It does it 2 times usually. Remember, it does it 70% of the time. It does one pullback 70% of the time, and then it does a second pullback 50% of the time. So here's your first pullback, second pullback, and then it makes a clear trend. If it cannot break it, if it cannot break this green band and switch to a red, it has literally an 80-90% chance of going off. Okay, so you can get in here if you wanted, right here, and then have a tighter stop loss right here, or you can get it on the second test, which is even stronger buy signal, and get in. And if it's a stronger buy signal, you would increase your TP level to whatever it is, you know what I mean? Or just let it ride, like do a trailing stop. So this is perfect for trailing stop. With a trailing stop, like, you know what I mean? It'll adjust your stop loss to the break even and then above it. and it helps you catch these trends that just never stop. You know, like this one is a great example. They made 3% on the account if you just do the trailing, but that's just the biggest thing. It pullbacks one. It does one pullback, and I'll show you every single time. We'll go back real quick, and I'll let you. I know you want to get back to trade, but like I'll show you real quick how it works. Like trend shift zone to trend shift zone every single time. Even on the choppy areas. Like watch. Let's just start with like something like a 5-minute, like right here. We'll just start here after a clear trend. So we have a sell signal is issued here. We had some choppiness, not really trading. So it gets to 9 a.m. or 6 a.m. You can see 6 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m. right here. This is when it chopped up. Let's start here at the very beginning. Okay, so you have a buy signal right here at the beginning of this range, right? There's no pullback. See, after the signal is issued, there's no pullback at all.
Love it, bro. Love it. All right. Well, hey, I gotta go. I got school starting, so I'll talk to you after school.
Okay. What time are you getting off?
Like 8:30.
Okay. I'll call you later.
All right. Ciao, bro. Good luck. You'll start live streaming. Don't be a bitch.
I'll have to set it up, bro. I'm gonna set it up.
Sounds like you're a bitch.
Damn, bro.
Damn, bro.
Alright, I'll call you 8:30.
All right. Hell yeah, bro. But yeah, good job this morning. Nice trend analysis. All right, ciao. Oh, fuck, dog. I love Jack. But sometimes, bro, he's gotta learn to be peasant. Oh, of course, there's a fucking shift. Bro, I'm not even supposed to be trading right now. That's what the fucking problem is. That was the first clear signal right there. Bro, I think it's gonna be a sell. See, bro, fuck the stupid ass green candles. Great. Would have hit my TP. That shit irks me though, dude. How did I miss it? Good luck, Jet. Alright. Good morning, guys. Alright, you guys ready for school? Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, no, just been up working. Nothing crazy. Man. I'm gonna need to edit this one, cause god damn, bro. Yesterday,